Well, this is going to be an interesting experience. Hey everyone, Rebel Jeff Jones here, and I'm going to the Ireland Uncensored Free Speech event. I'm going to be talking about the event, the speakers that are going there, and giving my thoughts on some of them, what I know about them, as well as what I hope to achieve by going. Ireland Uncensored is a free speech event organised by Gript Media and Free Speech Ireland. It is taking place in the ODS in Dublin tomorrow, the 16th of September, and there are many great speakers booked to speak there, and I'm very excited to hear from them. A lot of them I'm aware of, some of them I know more about than others, but it's going to be interesting. The speakers include John McGurk and Ben Scallon of Gript Media, radio presenter Niall Boylan, Senator Sharon Keoghan, free speech campaigner Michael Schellenberger, journalist Helen Joyce, and author and artist Kevin Sharkey. Now I'm going to go into a bit more detail on each of these speakers. John McGurk and Ben Scallon, first off. Now they are from Gript Media and they do good work, I think. They do interesting videos. They like to they report on areas that kind of the mainstream media don't follow for obvious political reasons, because it goes against the narrative usually. One thing I will say is that the recent thing that they're really good at, I find, is when they ask questions of politicians at press briefings. Particularly because they actually ask hard and important questions. Questions that obviously the politicians they're asking aren't used to getting asked, and they're not really great at answering them. So yeah, they do good work. The person I'm most excited to see is radio presenter Niall Boylan. Now Niall Boylan he hosts the Niall Boylan Show on Classic Hits FM, and he's really good. He'll talk about issues that others won't. Like, he's talked about male victims of domestic violence. He's talked about the family law court and how biased it is against men. But he's not afraid to talk about different issues, and he'll listen to anyone with differing opinions than him. So I think he's a really good example of someone who lives, breathes and works free speech. The Senator Sharon Keoghan is going now. I think her speech is going to be mainly focused on the hate speech bill that's going through the Senate at the moment. That passed through the Dáil and it's going through the Senate at the moment. She's one of the main opponents to that. So I'd say she's going to be focusing mostly on that. I'll be interested to see kind of her thoughts on kind of how that's going to go. There's free speech campaigner Michael Schellenberger. Now, I know him mostly from him kind of breaking down narratives and debunking kind of claims from the environmentalist movement side of things. So I'm interested to see if that's the angle he's going to go, or if he's just going to go generally into free speech. I'm not entirely sure, because it's only really his environmental stuff that I'm aware of with him. There's journalist Helen Joyce. I'm not going to lie, I've only really kind of caught up on her stuff over the last few weeks. Mainly, like, I've heard of her, but I never really looked her up. I'm gonna lie, I regret not looking her up earlier. Because, her issue is the transgender issue, and, like, she's had conversations with a lot of different people. She's had conversations with Jordan Peterson. She's been on his show twice, I think. The first one was actually taken down by YouTube. I think it was the first video that was ever taken down. No, the Matt Walsh one was the first one to be taken down, I think. Then her one was the second. I think there was a third recently as well, but yeah, she obviously is aware of the damage that those who are anti-free speech can do. So it'll be interesting to see her side of things. And then there's author and artist Kevin Sharkey. Now, I don't know much about him. The appearance he's done that has mostly springs to mind that I've seen was his interview with Crypt Media themselves. And to be honest, I think that was a really good interview. He talks about kind of racism in Ireland growing up, as well as kind of the current state of racism in Ireland. And he talks about kind of how the most racism he sees now is toward Irish people in Ireland, which is interesting. So what do I hope to achieve by going to this event? Well, first off, I want to get some content for my channel, obviously. I want to learn more about issues around free speech, which is something I don't go into too often, but I want to go into. I don't know that as much about it as I'd like, which is why I kind of stay away from it a little bit. But I think free speech is becoming a bit more important issue by the day. So I think it's more important to talk about it now than ever. And also kind of to meet new people with different aspects, different points of view that I haven't thought about before. So yeah, it's mostly to learn is the main reason I'm going to this. Now, what do you guys think? Share your thoughts with me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear them. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to keep up with my latest videos. I think the event will be very good, and I'm excited to see the speakers there and what they're going to say. I do hope to get some new insight into the area of free speech, which again I don't talk about too much, and hopefully I'll get more information that I'll be more confident to talk about free speech in the future. It is an important area to focus on, and I'm glad this event is happening. I just hope those who are anti-free speech don't try to derail it as they usually do.